Here we see the very first map of Desert Order, Map 11, as it looked on August 27th, 2021. At that time, it was peacefully divided between GA, the biggest alliance in Desert Order at that time, and BIG, the number 4 in the ranking. The very first map has a very special symbolic power. The PREUSSEN alliance, which hated to raid new players on new maps, was looking for a new challenge at that time. So the idea was born to attack these two huge alliances on Map 11. Most of the map was populated by GA. BIG held the upper right corner of the map. The marked area is reproduced from memory and is certainly not entirely accurate. In principle, however, this map reflects the conditions on Map 11 at that time. A few days ago, PREUSSEN had informed all alliance members that the part highlighted in yellow here was to be attacked first. All players sent troops on their home maps to the vicinity of the left highway, and small players prepared to move their home bases to Map 11. At 6 p.m. server time, the game started. The first groups were sent to Map 11 and were immediately welcomed by Jade Tiger. Obviously, the many home bases had not escaped his notice. Nevertheless, it was amazing that he stood with his villies on the right highway and only there. Of course, a group of willies is no obstacle, nor did a second group of willies really interfere with the deployment of troops to a nearby home base. Agona sent a group of FL-265s. This was not a frightening counterattack, but the clear signal: the opponent is alerted. In addition, other enemy groups were continuously coming across the highway to defend. With nerds, a third GA player then intervened in the action. PREUSSEN thus had no advantage from the element of surprise. This was a bitter realization. Undeterred, PREUSSEN stuck to the plan and attacked the first base without hesitation. The GA player HKD himself did not seem to be online. However, Jade Tiger had many defensive groups standing by in close proximity. This led to high losses in the base attack. The big problem in conquering a completely populated map is the group limit. Each strong player has only one group on the new map. Only when this has completely fallen, the next group can be brought in. The small players who have moved here with their home map have the option of using 3 groups, but they don't own ready-made groups on other maps that they can simply send over. They only have the units that are freshly produced on this map. At the same time, GA disrupted the supply on the highway. The attack initially came to a standstill. Only a few home bases had emerged ideally on the left edge. All the others had to send their units over long distances to the target base. Often they were attacked on their way. Therefore, some smaller players decided to attack a target near their home bases first. Immediately, the big player Giant sent a group of helicopters and received support from planes of the player Bluff. This attack also failed. Unchanged, the battle for the left highway raged. Control of the supply route was imperative so that PREUSSEN could continue to send groups. But the division into combat troops on the highway plus assault troops at the attack base made PREUSSEN's situation much more difficult. PREUSSEN suffered from minimal group limits while the defenders could naturally draw from the full. The situation looked unexpectedly difficult for PREUSSEN. Then, when the GA player Chewie intervened in the battle, it was suddenly clear what had happened. Chewie had left PREUSSEN a few days before and had obviously joined GA. He had not only informed GA and Big about the impending attack, but was still in PREUSSEN's WhatsApp chat and thus well informed about all commands. How would PREUSSEN now deal with this situation? Would the attack be called off, or would PREUSSEN continue to attack? If so, what was the best strategy? Answers to this question will be provided in the next episodes of this series about PREUSSEN attacking on Map 11.